All right, my friends, and the few people who are watching this from YouTube, it's time for the 3.12 patch notes with, of course, a popcorn. Yeah, there you go. Yep, good. Very salty, just like Reddit, just like I like it. Yes. We have some coffee and you know. Okay. At glance, this looks like a very small patch notes. Okay. Please note, patch 3.11.2 contained a broad restructure of the Path of Exile file system that necessitated a complete redownload of all game files. If you did not update the game client in the week prior to release, this update will be very large. Do it now. Do now. Okay. I had very varying, I guess, performance since then. It was either like absolute dog shit, amazing, and then back to absolute dog shit and amazing, and yeah, it's weird. Now it's working kind of okay. I hope they get some fixes in. Heist Challenge League. Challenge Leagues are a great opportunity for a fresh start in a new economy. All of your characters and items are still presented in the standard and hardcore leagues, but you encourage to join new leagues, complete challenges, and demonstrate your mastery of Path of Exile. In Hex Challenge League, you'll travel to the Rogue Harbor to hire skilled thieves in order to pull off elaborate and risky heists. Sure, dude. With their help, you will infiltrate the secure facilities, or could bypass a security system and steal valuable artifacts. You'll need to be careful not to trigger the alarm, or the facility will go into lockdown, and you will be swarmed by its guards. We kill and get XP from yay up to a point. When this happens, you'll need to make a mad dash. No, we're just gonna kill everything that comes at our way, and then we're just gonna casually walk out the building when everything is dead and burning and all that kind of stuff. The extraction points, or you lose everything you stole along the way. Yeah, if you die. But I'm not gonna die, I'm just gonna kill everything. And then I'm gonna steal all of their loot. Successfully completing heist lays the foundation to pull off a thief's ultimate goal, a grand heist. For this, you'll need to accumulate heist markers, gather intel and train and equip your crew. Intel and markers can be used to reveal the details of blueprints, which contain the secrets of elaborate facilities, which will allow you to find more reward rooms and plan which reward expansion needs. Grand heist offer exclusive routes like trinkets, alternate quality gems, replica unique items, experience base types, weapon and body armor, enchantments, and much more. Each rogue has one main specialty and several secondary abilities, up to 3. These skills are essential for completing heists by allowing you to demolish walls, big clocks, and much more. You can equip them with specialist rogue gear to make them more effective in heists. Each successful heist will improve their skills. With 3.12, there are standard, hardcore, soul self-found, and have the same core mechanics and items. You can create private league version of these leagues. Yep. These new challenge leagues include a set of 40 new challenges. When you get 12 challenges completed, you receive a Feels Good Man helmet effects. At 24, you get a cat. And 36 a portal. 24, I'm expecting an unordinary high amount of 24 challenges complete from this league just because of that cat alone. A lot of people who never went for even 12 are gonna go for 24 now. So like, fuck, I want the cat. Yeah. My cat. From 19 challenges onwards, you get the we get the dildo pole. I mean the totem pole. Okay. New content and features. Added a new int skill gem, Blazing Salvo. Fires projectiles and impact around the target location. The impact areas can overlap, hitting a target multiple times. The further away you target, the wider the area across which these projectiles can land. Added new int skill gem, Void Spear. Creates a sphere at the target location which deals physical and chaos damage at regular intervals while pulling enemies toward the center. Enemies at the center of the spear have less movement speed. I wonder if just having this as a one socket somewhere on the ED build could be useful. Probably not, I don't know. I don't know, int skill gem, Crackling Lungs, just basically looks like a better arc in a lot of ways. At least it looks cooler. I don't know if it's actually going to be better in clearing and in damage, but it looks fucking cool. Deals lightning damage to an enemies in an area in front of caster. Repeated cast intensify the damage dealt and narrow the range of enemies it hits. Add a new into deck skill gem. Frost Shield creates a frost shield in an area which can consume energy shield over a short period, gaining stages which make it more powerful. The shield absorbs a portion of incoming damage and increases your chance to deal critical strikes while evading it. Looks like a decent defensive skill for a lot of ES-based builds. Maybe, I don't know. Strength Dex. Splitting Steel. Consumes a steel shard to fire a single projectile. The steel is in an area. It looked okay. New skill gem, Sigil of Power, creates an area which causes your skills to consume more mana, but deal added lightning damage while you're standing in it. Enemies within the area or deal reduced damage. Sigil grows more powerful based on mana spent while you're in it. This is like the Rice QD, you need to stay play and continue play mana builds. New int skill gem, Flame Wall, creates a ball of fire which deals burning damage to enemies within its area and applies a secondary debuff that burns for a short duration after they leave. Projectiles you fire through the wall deal added fire damage and apply this secondary debuff. If the debuff is insane, you could even use it for the slinger. Early on the slinger, potentially. It's probably not gonna be that good, but if it is, who knows. Added new int skill gem, Hex Blast. Deals chaos damage to a targeted enemy. If the enemy is hexed, so cursed with the non-marked marks, it will remove the hex, dealing more damage based on the amount of doom on the removed hex, and dealing damage in an area around the enemy. Also removing the hexes from enemies hit by area and dealing more damage where applicable. In bending Doom support, causes support hex skills to trigger Doom Blast when they are removed or expire. Doom Blast deals chaos damage in an area based on the amount of Doom the hex had when it was removed or expired. Cannot support triggered or our hexes. Makes sense. Potentially very powerful. We shall see. Same with the Hex Blast. New int deck skill. Pinpoint. Supported projectile skills. Okay, so... Wait, actually, let me just read. Deal more damage and fire fewer projectiles per intensify. Regularly using the supported skills on the invite. Cannot support triggered, wall, instant, or challenge skills which reserve mana or skills used by traps stolen from mines. Makes sense. So it does work with attacks too, then. Because it just does projectile skills and not spells. Even though when it was originally teased, they specifically mentioned that it's good for spells, but it looks like it's gonna also work for attacks. I'm not sure if it will, but based on this text, it should. Which is kinda cool. Kinda cool. Added 28 new unique items, including one designed by supporter. 11 div cards designed by supporters. 90 new replica uniques, which are twists of existing uniques that can be all went through heists. 8. Wait. Wasn't it 900? Pepe hands. I thought it was 900. We've been dropped out of alt quality gems. I mean, it could still be 900, I guess. But more than 800 alt quality variants of existing and new supporter skill gems. 900 is more than 800. Maybe where you live. Okay, but if Rayclast, 800 is more. Okay. It's just weird that if it's 900 or 901, why didn't they just say added 900? That's more efficient use of your typing. This is more, they are just making words so that the patch notes take more space, okay? 899. True. Added a vendor recipe for a special support gem. Good luck. I mean, we already know that this is the elemental pen, right? From the... I'm pretty sure this is the Eli pen. I don't know. Maybe you actually can make Eli pen from lightning, fire, and cold pen supports. and then you don't actually need to do it through the replica. Huh? Maybe? Maybe? You're definitely gonna get it from replica, but maybe there's a recipe that we can do it without the replica. I don't know. Do you hear that? That's Chris cleaning up the Reddit. Okay. Minor new content and features. The following skills have received... Let me know if it's too loud, by the way. And you can't hear what I'm saying. Following skills have received visual updates. Lightning Strike, Firestorm, Ice Storm from Whispering Heights. Caustic Arrow, Smoke Mine, Discharge, and all curses. Permanent minions such as golems, zombies, and animated guardians are now saved when you log out and are automatically resumed when you log in. The biggest minion patch note. Big, 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 very big. This big, okay? This big. Good job, good job. Thank you. David cards that award an item with an Elder Slayer's influence now have special background effects. Ooh. Few torches will now light your way to Lionel's Watch. Ooh, cool. Improve the Atlas influence visuals. Oh, so no longer just red color, or like the colors? Maybe we're... Yo... You remember when you had like the glowy stars, and then we had the tentacles? I hope they are gonna be something like that. Gimme back. Significantly improve performance when viewing and using crafting benches. Now that they mentioned this here, I really remember sometimes when opening the crafting bench, it like completely flips my game for like a second. What kind of tentacle? Made a multitude of visual adjustments to the brightness and plume effect of skills and effects throughout the game. Cool. So are we gonna just like go blind again? Improved effects culling across... Wait, improved effects culling across many skills and effects for performance. That sounds good. Continue to incrementally improve the sound, art, and effects. And environments. I can give you a better one. There we go. No background music, but I'll do it. Character balance. Projectiles have been reworked to allow for more player-friendly behavior. Previously, if a projectile could not perform a step in its behavior sequence, it would skip that behavior, attempt the next, and never attempt to perform the skipped behavior again. Now it will skip the behavior, attempt the next, and if it reaches another enemy, attempt to perform the skipped behaviors again. For example, a projectile can both chain and return, will not hit a target, and if there are no enemies for it to chain to, it will return. If it then hits another group of enemies, it will attempt to chain again, so it will not return again after chaining. You got it? Good. This is not a massive thing, but it's a very good thing. So it's a really nice thing. Sequence of behaviors, projectile attempt in order, splitting, piercing, forking, chaining, and then returning. Many modifiers to the effects and duration of chill and shock, such as increased effect of shock, now also affect brittle and sap. The descriptions of such modifiers have been updated to reflect. Very cool. Intensity now has 3 stacks from 4, which makes it better in a lot of cases. It gets you fat, and I think they also changed it a bit as well. So this is above. This is above. Removed the context. You need to save that, dude, if you want me to ever use it. I'm gonna forget. Remove the concept, reduce visibility to enemies, and replace it with stealth. Increase your stealth reduces the radius at which enemies will notice you. 100% increase cuts in half, 200% cuts the radius by 2/3. You can therefore no longer become entirely invisible to enemies. The patch that we wanna be invisible, we can't be that anymore. We were robbed. We were actually robbed. Okay, skill reworks. Curse skills. All curse skills have been reworked and are now divided into two categories: hexes and marks. Hexes apply curses in an area and when manually cast, apply an amount of doom per second to cursed enemies up to maximum. Doom increases the effect of the applied curse and stacks additively with modifiers to increase curse effect. Additively, okay. So, okay, I see. Okay. Marks apply to single target enemy, and only one enemy can be marked by you at any given time. The current mark skills are Poacher's Mark, Warlord's Mark, Assassins, and Snipers. Old projectile. Monster variety no longer affects the efficacy of marks. Monsters deep in Azure and Delve also no longer reduce the effect. Ooh. Interesting. Additions to the number of curses you can inflict on enemies apply how do you pronounce this? Cumulatively. Not like that. Cumulatively. Is that no. Cumulatively. I don't know. To both hexes and marks, but do not modify the number of enemies you can have marked at any given time. Thus, you can have an enemy that is affected by both a mark and a hex, but you can't mark an enemy with two marks. If you're trying to help me pronounce, you would have to type it in chat the way a Finnish person would pronounce it. When someone who's typing it as if it was pronounced in English, it doesn't help me at all. Cumulatively. That's pretty close. Cumulatively. That's pretty close, yeah. That's getting close. Cumulatively. Okay, let's go. Items and enemies which previously reflected curses will now only reflect hexes. I don't think this really does much. I guess there's some memeronis you could do with self-cursing yourself with Assassin's Mark in the past. It's also kind of nice because now you can mark Atziri. Ooh, without being affected. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Steel skills. Lancing Steel, Siren Steel, and Spring Steel can now consume Steel Shards to cause bonus effects. Steel Shards are gained through the Call of Steel skill, which causes all nearby impaled enemies to release their impulse spikes and deals damage around them. If there are no impaled enemies nearby, Call of Steel will create Steel Shards over time. Every Steel skill grants Call of Steel as well. You can have up to 12 Steels. Imagine having 12 Steels around you. Just, you know, laughing the way Steel laughs. Or going PPM. Oh my god. Yeah, dude, marks are pretty good, dude. Yeah, 12 Steels grinning behind you. Monka, dude. Assassin's Mark. Enemies afflicted with Assassin's Mark will always grant a power charge and secret. Do you guys remember when there were people like, I can't get my power charges anymore on my builds with the... And then they just like every single mob that you kill gives power charge now. I remember. No longer causes cursed enemies to take increased X damage from critical strikes. Cursed enemies now have 1% chance to grant a power charge when flying. Hits against cursed enemies have 1.5 base crit chance. Hits against cursed enemies now have 30% crit multi at gem level up to 49. Cursed enemies now grant life when killed, mana when killed. Cause cursed enemies to have 1% grant of power charge when hit. Oh. I mean, this is a big nerf to the damage. This was a really powerful mod. When it comes to like the reduced crit damage. Yeah, exactly. This though, this is pretty good, dude. This here is pretty good. On builds that have a lot of very high attacks per second, or hits per second, rather. You can actually get power charges from bosses during the boss fight because of this. That's pretty nice. That's actually really nice. I'd rather have this than this. Personally. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. Poacher's Mark. Enemies afflicted with Poacher Mark will always grant friendship when killed, and are more suspended to physical damage. They always grant small amount of life and mana when hit. No longer cause cursed enemies to grant increased flash charges. No longer cause cursed enemies to have less evasion. Cursed enemies have 1% chance to gain friendship when slain. Enemies now grant 15 life when hit by attacks and 8 mana by attacks. Add 6 to 9 physical damage to hits against cursed enemies gem level on up to... Cursed enemies now have minus 20% physical damage reduction at all gem levels. Oh, up to 50 at level 20. Oh. Minus 20 physical damage reduction. Causes cursed enemies to have 1% chance to... Oh, God. Isn't that actually pretty good for face breakers? That's not Overwhelm, no. I don't think so. Damn, dude. That's a big mark. This is very good. Remember, you can scale this 30 to 45 with curse effect. This is actually so good. Obviously, you just basically use it for bosses, but it doesn't really matter. Because if you need this curse for trash, well, your build is trash. That's big. That's fucking big. Remember, none of this gets lowered by the bosses anymore. Damn, dude. Holy shit. Sniper's Mark. Previously named projectile weakness. Enemies left by Sniper's Mark grant charges to life and mana flasks when hit. And causes projectiles that hit them to split towards other enemies. No longer causes projectiles to pierce or knock back. No! My ball lightning, dude! Feels bad, man! The knockback's gone. Cursed enemies now take 16% increased damage from projectile hits, up to 35 at level 20. Cursed enemies now grant a life flask charge and mana flask charge when you hit them. No more than once every 0.5 seconds at all gem levels. Note that this only applies to hits from swords of the mark. And not your minions, yeah? Projectiles which hit cursed enemies now split towards 3 additional targets at gem level 1 up to 4. This is you can actually use this for clearing then. This actually also works for clearing. If you can have Sniper's Mark on hit somewhere, this actually allows you to, like, it gives you clear from the splits. Dude, you can have life and mana flask sustain with this. Cursed enemies now take 1% of increased physical damage from projectiles hits per... Oh. So that's an extra 5%. That's 40% at 2020. Can you even mark any additional rare and unique? Yeah, you can. It's just that they don't have the rares and uniques don't have the reduction anymore. Dude, holy shit, that's a lot of damage. Especially for builds that don't really have a lot of increased damage taken. Current is... Yeah, but that has reductions for bosses, right? How much is the curse? How much is the reduction on uniques? I don't remember. Wait, have they actually changed that? Maybe I missed something. Marks apply to a single target enemy, and only one enemy can be marked by you at any given time. The current mark skills are additional numbers. There's no mention of rare here, at least. Yeah, monster rarity all affects the efficacy marks. Yeah, that's literally but people were saying that you can only use these on rares and uniques. Some people said that. That's very different from that quote that you guys are saying right now in chat. Two entirely different things. It just means that whatever they don't have the reduction anymore, unless it's mentioned somewhere else that I don't. Why wouldn't it mention somewhere here? I don't know. I guess. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. I mean, you sure? It says no longer affects the efficacy of marks, right? But monster rarity, normal, and magic, that their efficacy could literally just be 1, right? We don't know how it's coded. Oh, if it's mentioned somewhere else, okay, it's fine. We'll get there. I mean, it's not like you need to put it anywhere, but it's just I guess it's mainly thinking about using this for... Wait, no. This for clearing because of the split. Yeah, like 60% less of the previously, whatever, was it 60% or something total? Somebody said, was it BDA? 45 plus 10, so 55 times 0.34. That's a lot less than the 40% we get from here. A lot less. Warlord's Mark. Enemies affected by Warlord's Mark will always grant Ender enchantment slain and grant Rage when stunned. They also allow attacks to leech life and mana from them. No longer causes cursed enemies to have reduced stun and block recovery. No longer causes cursed enemies to have a chance to be stunned. And hits against cursed enemies now have a 40% chance to double stun duration up to 59. Cursed enemies now grant 5 rage over 1 second when they are stunned. 2 life and mana leech when hit by attacks. Now causes cursed enemies to have 1% chance to grant Ender enchantment hits. So, are we gonna die when we get cursed by these now? Just like... That's a bit spooky. That's a bit spooky. Uh-oh. Lancing Steel. Now fires a sequence of projectiles when you attack. and fires more projectiles based on the number of steel shards consumed by the attack. Enemies can be hit by multiple projectiles from the same attack, but subsequent hits after the first deal less damage. I do not remember what the old values were, but I assume this is a buff. Better be a buff. Shattering Steel. Shattering Steel now fires a number of projectiles similar with Shatter after colliding with an enemy or traveling a certain distance. The Shattered projectile deal damage in a cone in front of their impact location. Shattering Steel will consume up to 2 steel shards to deal more damage at close range. Each time you consume steel shards, you gain a steel charge. Up to maximum of 6, which grants 4% chance to block. Wait. 24% block from Shattering Steel? Now has a base attack speed multiplier of 85, 100% base up to 127, gives you some damage, impale, for extra projectiles, more damage at close range, per steel. Wait, are you saying that it's 200%? Because you consume 2 if you have 2? Huh. Grants 1 steel damage comes down. Okay. Oh, it's attack projectile. It's not just block. Okay, never mind. Yikes. Never mind. It's useless. Well, not useless, but you know. Yeah, shotgunning is gone. Okay, how much could you? I mean, the more projectiles you had, the more you were shotgunning. The question is, does this make up for it? I would have to ask Steel about this because he actually played Shattering Steel. But to me, this sounds like it's not quite gonna be as much damage as it previously was, but you do more damage without needing to go straight inside the enemy to hit, I think. This does sound like it's gonna do a decent amount of damage now. There's only 1 projectile if no steel shards are consumed. Okay, that hurts. This hurt my soul. Holy shit. So you need to make sure that you use the steel call or call of steel like every 6 attacks. Oof. Firestorm. No calls down a large meteor that impacts target location, followed by a series of small impacts at the set intervals over the storm's duration. The base power spell has been significantly raised. Sure, now limited to 3 Firestorm at any given time. Any new storm created will replace the oldest. Now recovers level 28. Yep. 25 base mana cost. 50% damage effectiveness. Has a base duration of 1.4 seconds with 1 impact every 0.2. Wait, are you telling me that there's only gonna be like 8 or something projectiles? Like some small pew 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 pew. First impact now has 100% more area effect and deals 150 more damage. That doesn't sound too convincing. The big meteor sounds decent, but what is the old values? POE Firestorm. Okay, so the current damage of Firestorm is 200 to 300. So that's not that much bigger, but you can stack this like crazy, and it's 1 impact every 0.1 second with a higher duration. Wait, seriously? This looks like the old one is better. So I guess you can just spam the big meteor, right? For 150% more damage. But the 50% effectiveness versus 45 effectiveness. You can spam meteor. It's wait, what? Okay, so cast speed is actually gonna. It feels like you want to have your cast speed at a point where you don't like super spam, so you can benefit from the smaller explosions as well. Whereas the previous one, you could just spam it like crazy. Honestly, the damage values they don't really convince me right now. But the point of the skill is to just, I guess, to just get this, right? You just go the big boy meteor. But even with that, I mean, okay, let's just entirely like forget the small ones. That is like 2.5 times the damage. We have a multiplier just by 3.5 to get you have to multiply that by 2.5 to get the damage value of the meteor impact. What is fireball? Dude, fireball hits 1.1k to 1600. That's like... Okay, so that's... What's the average on this? Okay, this is also effective damage of 240. This does not convince me at all right now. But then on top of the big boom, right? So depending how it starts. So let's say if the duration is 1.4 seconds, the first it takes 0.2 seconds before the first explosion happens, right? And that's the big one, right? And then you have another 6 explosions. If you can make every single of the fireball, like the meteor or whatever that comes out of the sky, to actually hit the target, it deals damage. So I guess that's just for just getting single target on bosses that don't move. But and you can have 3 of them. I feel like old Firestorm is just better. I actually think old Firestorm has worse clear, but has much more higher damage ceiling because you could spam it. This looks okay to clear because of the more AoE and whatnot, but it looks like it's gonna do a lot less single target damage. I don't know, dude. I don't know about this. You can spam fireball too. Yeah. Dude, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, dude. Next one. Glacial Gas can now rapidly creates a sequence of damage in areas, each of which knockbacks enemies it hits. Modifiers to the skill area effect no longer affect overall range of the skill. Instead, large areas overlap with each other more. This can allow you to hit an enemy several times with single cast, much more reliable. The final part of the cascade now deals significantly more damage to enemies. 200% more damage. And because the knockback... I'm not sure if the knockback is going to be good or bad. I mean, it looks fine. The knockback definitely sounds good for something like totems. The Glacial Cascade totems with knockback sounds pretty good. Honestly, I don't know. Glacial Cascade mines could look good. I don't know. This looks fine to me. It looks fine to me. I don't know how clunky it would feel on totems though, but yeah. I think Glacial Cascade is gonna be fine. Okay, Discharge now has a cooldown and much higher added damage on base AoE and encourage large individual discharge casts that consume mage charges with rapid fire discharge use often triggered by other sources. There is a threshold rule which removes this cooldown for players who seek a discharge playstyle similar to older. Oh no, it removes it entirely. Ah. Bigger AoE, I guess, cool. Has added damage of 450. Damn, dude. Huh. That's a lot of damage per charge. That's a lot of damage. Deals less damage with ailments. I mean, you have a ridiculous base damage, though. 9 Enduring charges gives you, like... What's the average? That's 1700, so that's like... It's 850 per Enduring charge. So if you have 10 Enduring charges, that's 8.5k. Average. With 10 Enduring charges. Kaboom! Damage effect? Oh god. Archmage. Consume your entire mana pool for... okay. Huh. That's gonna be some big booms for sure. We're absolutely gonna see one-shot Awakener 8 with Discharge. Without any doubt. Just fucking gonna be deleted. It's gonna do so much damage, it's gonna shatter it. 4-shot. Yeah, sure. 1 per face. Honestly, no. It's gonna do so much damage that it's just gonna one-shot it through the first phase. It's gonna do so much damage that it creates the fucking... It's gonna create a storm. And it's just gonna fucking... Yeah. Yeah. Yep. So, the question now is how badly are we gonna die when we enter sewers in Act 3? Probably won't change the enemies. Would be funny if it did. Would be very funny if it did. Yeah. Okay, wait. Okay, boys. I have a new meta. Okay. We have one person building a discharge character. And then we have a support with Harmony of Purpose. Nearby You and nearby party members share power, frenzy, and energy charge with each other. 10% chance to gain power, frenzy, and energy charge. And then it just do like ball lightning. Brrr, next to your friend, and it just gets all the charges and just like. Yep. We're going there. We're doing it. Does not sound so self-viable. Yep. These charge goes bonk bonk. Yep. Yep. Cast on crit discharge guardian. Okay. This is a lot of damage. In KOV per charge consumed too. Oh. Punishment no longer regards that you be hit by the cursed enemy to benefit from its effects, and instead grants large benefit for high damage killing blows against cursed enemies. No longer causes cursed enemies to grant more melee physical. No longer causes enemies to grant increased attack speed. No longer causes enemies to have physical mitigator. Now causes cursed enemies to take 50% increased damage while on low life, up to 88%. No causes cursed enemies you hit to do debility. Oh yeah, that's they deal less damage, right? And something else, or slower, or something. I don't remember what the other was. Causes 10% of overkill damage from killing blows against cursed enemies to be reflected to other enemies as physical damage. Now gains increased effect of curse. Okay. I mean, this here sounds pretty good. 10% less damage, 10% less movement. Yeah. Thanks. We can finally do the default. Well, not like you couldn't do it before, but you can do the default attack build now that just kills one white mob with overkill damage and just. Yeah, do it. Vitality. Okay, I've been waiting for this. Vitality now grants flat life region based on level of the gem and reserves flat amount of mana similar to grinding precision. It can be used to be rapidly enable builds which rely on life region. The function neutralizes fire at lower levels and no longer disproportionately rewards high life builds. No longer grants life region based. I mean, you could argue that now it's disproportionately rewards low life builds, like builds that have a not low life, but like builds that don't have a high life pool, because it's higher percentage now. No longer grants life region based on max life. Now regards level 10. Reserves 28 mana at level 1 up to 233. Nervous 15 flat life region per gem level. Or at gem level 1 up to 247. Okay. If we have 10k life. Wait, how much is the base value right now? Is it 1.6%? I don't remember. I actually don't remember. Sorry for the flashbang. At level 10, oh, 1.65. That's pretty close. So with 10k life, that's like 165. So it's just flat out better even for those builds. Interesting. That's actually not bad. Actually not entirely poop. And this is obviously just very, very easy to slap on your aura stacking builds at level 1. Actually good, dude. It's like 6% life region for a 6k life build. Yeah. Well, it's very useful. Very good. And it doesn't need like 150 something strength anymore. This is big aura stacker buff though. Skill balance. Lightning trap, glacial hammer, and wall glacial hammer, ice shot, lightning arrow, arc, wall, arc, storm call, and storm element now each also affect the alternate version of their corresponding elemental elements. Oh yeah, that's the yeah. Only gems which are curses will now have the curse gem tag, EL, hexes, and marks. Skills which interact with hexes and or marks will have their hex and mark tag, but will not... wait. Skills which interact with hexes and or marks will have the hex and or mark tag, but will not have the curse tag. Oh, I see, yeah. Bane, for example, has the hex tag, but not the curse tag, as it's now cursed. Yeah. As a result, modifiers to curse skill gems will not affect the skill gems like Bane. Makes sense. Specific skills. Ball lightning now has a base range of 18 from 22. Ooh, that's gonna be like 3 hits less or something. Holy, no, that's even more. Holy shit. Damn, dude. Damn. Oh, and they got the damage a lot too. They reverted the buff. That's a bit more than just reverting the buff, I think. They took off like 20-something% damage, and then they make you hit like... I would need to go to POP to actually calculate, but that's... I'm saying this is like, that's like at least 3 less hits with slower projectiles. Somebody go do the math if it's still actually really good. Because it was really fucking good before, so... I'm not sure if this actually kills it, but... it is definitely a big nerf. Clarity now regards the many less int at all gem levels. Nice. That's pretty good. Conductivity. Curse applies by Hex. By casting the spell now gain 10 doom per second. Causes hexed enemies to have a 25% chance to be shocked. So, how much does 10 doom do? I guess we're gonna find out about doom mechanics soon. More. So all of them get 10 doom per second. No longer grants minimum end run charge. Has cooldown of 8 seconds. Nerf, but still gonna be good. Enfeeble no longer causes cursed enemies to have reduced critical strike chance or crit multi. Sorry, what? No longer causes cursed enemies to have reduced crit chance or crit multiplier. Well, shit. That's a big nerf to Enfeeble. Holy fucking shit. One of the biggest reasons people used Enfeeble was to reduce the crit damage. Huh. Well, that's even bigger nerf to our already kind of dead occultist. Get some extra radius, that's kind of cool. Now gains 1% increased effect of curse per 2. Previously granted 1 reduced accuracy rating. I mean, that's... depends how good the Doom is. It depends how good this Doom mechanic is. If the Doom mechanic makes the curse so powerful that it takes away... even with after this, we don't know. It doesn't snapshot. I don't think you can actually even use it because cooldown. Okay. Flammability. Well, Doom again. Chance to be ignited at all gem levels. Okay. Doom, yeah. Be frozen. Hey, it made Frostbite better. Yo, Mitch, your build got buffed. Fuck, dude! And then, of course, the Doom. Well, except the Doom doesn't really... Because you don't... You trigger it, right? Phase Run no longer grants reduced visibility. Pepe hands. And you get stealth. Precision no longer has a strength requirement. Regards 20 dex up to 119. Okay. Temp chains. Now gains 1% increased effect of curse per 2 gem quality. Previously caused normal magic to have 1 less action speed. That's a buff to self-cursing. That is actually self-curse buff. You get an extra 10% quality. Huh. Okay. I see. Vuln no longer cause attacks hits have a chance to maim. No longer cause a cursed enemy to take increased physical damage from overtime. Now causes ailments inflicted on cursed enemies to deal damage 20% faster. Interesting. That is a DPS increase. But you don't do more damage. Yeah, it says all ailments. So in our case, poison and ignite. Oh, bleed as well. Actually, bleed too. It kind of it's more of like a it changes the place. Like you have to hit more often now, but you're like the DPS you do is higher. But this is very interesting because this works with ignite and poison too. Previously, wounded was only basically for bleed. So if you're cursing vuln and like flammability, you can also put vuln on like an ignite build. There's also, oh my god, if monsters also receive the vuln, like the changes to vuln, we're fucked. Also, if monsters receive the changes from enfeeble, then we're gonna do more damage in enfeeble maps. As a crit build, at least. Okay. It is not an ailment, so yeah, sadly it doesn't work. Yeah, it's just taking increased physical damage from over time. So they should probably still have the increased damage from physical though. All skill balance, yeah, this so basically it just gives you max res now, so kind of useless. This is actually kind of useless now. Support gem balance, awakens cursed on hit. No named awakened hex touch. Only supports hex curse skill gems. Oh shit. Gives a chance rather than always apply. Okay. Nerfed Pepe hand. I don't like this. Because this means that you have to hit more often to keep it up. It looks like they want you to actually self-cast the mark, unless they still work on curse like rings, etc. Wait, what changed? Oh, never mind. It was already a chance. Never mind. Somebody help me. I don't know. I have no idea what the fuck this means. Why is it worded like this though? Because rather than to apply to them, it's still. I guess it's just the effect instead of applying, it's affecting them. I guess. Yeah, sure. They should have probably clarified that this doesn't change anything, any mechanics. Mm-hmm. Curse on hit support. Now only supports Hex Curse. Makes sense. Intensify support. Support skills now get intensity. More area damage from 10, so it's more. Up. Okay, so more deeps. Have less AoE at all from that. Okay, so it's gonna have less AoE, but that's fine because you have less stacks. Yep. Okay. That's just a buff. Deeps buff. Deeps buff, pretty much. Deathmark support, now named Predator support. Rename to Predator support significant, that is not a mark skill. Makes sense. Now grants the signal prey, previous called Deathmark. Yeah, so curse effect and shit like that doesn't work. Spellslinger support now has a cooldown of 0.6 seconds. Okay, literally doesn't make any difference. Now grants support skills cooldown record rate at gem levels from 0% to 38. Okay. Can you please tell me at what points do this change? I'm assuming it's level 1. Sorry, level 1. Level 1, 30. Level 4, 29. Level 8, 28. Level 12, 27. Level 16, 26. And 20. 25. I'm expecting that, but yeah, okay. Passive 3 balance. Added a new keystone. Doomsday causes hexes you cast to apply to an area, applying the hex to all enemies in it for over its duration. The hex area gains its maximum doom after a short secondary duration. Wait, sorry, what? Wait. Oh, I see. Never mind. Okay, I'm done. So yeah. So when monsters actually walk into it, they still get affected by it. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, it's just like lingering curse. That's really nice. And then the hex area also gets the... That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. The glancing blows keystone now causes you to take 65% of damage from block hits from 50%. That's 30% nerf, by the way. It has been moved so as to make it more difficult to acquire via Thread of Hope Jewel. Well, thank you for telling where did you move it. But it looks like you can still acquire it with a Thread of Hope based on the wording. I am so very confused by this sentence here. I am so sorry, very confused. Do they like not realize that for builds that get it right now with Thread of Hope, there's two different Thread of Hopes that can get it. But if they move it, then there's probably gonna be another Thread of Hope that it's gonna make it easier to get. While the previously used Thread of Hopes might not give it as easily. But this is so badly worded, dude. This is so badly worded. Huh. I wonder where it is. I mean, the way they make it sound is that it's still gonna be around that area. But... it's fine, I don't take it anyways. It's whatever. I don't take it any more for Trickster. It's fine. Divine Flesh Keystone, obtainable via the Glorious Value Unit, now grants 5 from 10. Pepe hands. There's one big problem from a build further. With the glancing balls? No, I just don't take it anymore. Skittering Runes cluster has moved just below Heart of Thunder. The notable now grants 10 plus 10 maximum Doom and increased effect of your curses. I still don't know what the actual Doom does. The Whispers of Doom cluster has moved next to Chaos Inoculation. The first passive in the cluster now grants 10% increased cast speed for curses from duration. Small on the left grants Doom gain rates from cast speed. I mean, I know it's curse effect, but like, is one Doom 1% effect? The Hexmaster cluster has moved. And what's the cap? That's another. What's the cap? The Whisper of Doom cluster has moved next to Chaos Inoculation. The first passive in the cluster now grants 10%. Wait, I just read that. Hexmaster cluster has moved the left side next to Discipline of the Forbidden. Has 3 passives before notable. Entry passive is effects. 2 passives before the notable. Each grants increased Doom gain rate. Notable no exclusive plus 2 hex skills. Can you tell me where? Oh, sorry, what the fuck does this Doom mechanic do? God damn it. The Corruption cluster has moved to where Whispers of Doom used to be. Now has 6 passives, with the original passives making up the entry and left path. The notable now grants point chaos damage leech, right grants chaos resistance. Chaos resist penetration. I mean, I guess we're never taking that cluster anymore. It's fine though, you don't need this anyways. Chaos resist, this pen doesn't work on dots. No, not Chaos Rest. Chaos Rest Pen. It has Leech and then Pen. This sounds like it's really good for some builds. This sounds like it's good for the Trickster before you got full Shaper influenced items. Yeah. That's for Hex Blast, yeah, probably. And Dark Bag, dude. Dark Bag. And the new curse explosion stuff, yeah, there are hits. We need to see what they actually do. The new Dark Indent cluster has been added where Skittering Roots used to be. It grants increased effect to your curses, reduce monitoring of curse auto skills. Increased damage with hits and ailments against cursed enemies, and additional starting Doom for all hexes you apply. What does Doom do? Doom, what do you do? Doom. The new Mark of the Week cluster has been added to the Southeast Ranger and grants increased cast speed for curses, cause hits against marked enemies to have increased crit chance. Also cards mark enemies to have reduced accuracy, take increased damage, and credit additional flash charge on gain. Oh, so that's where they moved it. Yo, what do you do? Yeah. The new mark for Death Cluster has been added to the start of the duelist. It grants effects of your curses, Calling Strike against marked enemy. Oh, Calling Strike. And increased damage with hits and enemies against enemies. Okay. Tendency balance. Deadly Infusion normal grants 1.5 from 2 and 5 crit multi from 8. Ooh. I mean, you're still gonna be crit cap, and so if you have 10 power charges, you just lost 30 crit multi. Oh no. Small bastards which grants crit chance and multiplier and grant crits. Okay, so they just, I mean, it's still gonna be fine. So if you have 5... So you lose... In some build, some crazy build that goes to Toxic Delivery. Oh no, that's also a crit multi. So these are now 10%. So you lose. I mean, if you take both of these, that is. There are some builds that take both. Very few though, but usually you go Deadly Infusion in a lot of. I think you go Deadly Infusion in most builds. And then you lose, depending on the amount of power charges you have. The more you have, the more you lose. But let's say you only run like 5 power charges, then you don't lose that much. Assassin is fine. Assassin is more than fine. Yeah, there's 2 nodes that lost 5%. You lose 10% if you take both of. You literally lose 10% if you take both of these nodes, because this is duration and crit chance, duration and crit chance, movement speed crit chance, damage roll crit chance. Just these 2. Necromancer. Minister of Sacrifice now causes your offerings to have reduced effect. Paper hands. Yeah, and base crit. But again, it's still fine. It's still more than fine. Ascendant and Humbert also nerfed. BB hands. Necrodead unplayable. No. Okay. Item balance. Item modifier attacks have been entirely reworked with the goal in mind of consistent simplicity. These changes have negligible impacts to the odds of various modifiers appearing in rare items naturally, but may have impacts to the results of certain crafting methods. As a list of modifiers and their associated attacks can be found. There. Big list. As a result of the above changes, several fortune descriptions have changed slightly. Bone fortune also increased likelihood of rolling curse effects. Phase fortune now increased likelihood of rolling all gem-related modifiers, rather than only modifiers to at gem levels. Items which apply a curse to an enemy, such as the curse on hit ring modifiers, no longer specify a level and instead have a set magnitude of their values with fixed amount of doom. What does the doom do? Doom, what do you do? Which is overridden when another sword supplies a more potent version, similar to Arcane Surge. Items which trigger a mark on hit now only do so when hitting a rare or unique. Oh, so oh, but this is only for trigger though, so you can still self-cast. I mean, not like you would self-cast it very often to. Okay, this is actually a big nerf to sustaining your charges while mapping if you don't have rare and uniques much though, but. It's not like you're not gonna see rare monsters, so it's fine, I think. Yeah, you really only care about the harder mobs anyways. Yeah, I'm just more thinking about the sustaining your power charges right now from Assassin's Mark. it's really good that it's really good from the point of view that you want it to be on the rares and uniques because that's where you want, so then the shit trash doesn't take it away, right? Yeah, it's just I'm kind of saddened by the fact that because of this you can't use the projectile split from the snipers. Yeah. Life region modifiers are now less likely to roll on items. Values of life region granted by the modifier have been increased across all but the first tier, with the top tiers not granted twice as much life region. This is very good. Now I just realized, for crafting life items with pristine fossils. I didn't even realize it before. But because they have a higher, they are less frequent, so you're not getting, instead of getting 99 out of 100 outcomes with life region, now you might be getting with 98 or something like that. Crusader influenced items can no longer roll a physical damage conversion modifier. No! Mom! They took away 50% conversion gloves. Mom! Mom, why did they do that? It's not like it was easy to make. I mean, it was easy to make with Harvest, but after Harvest, not so. Labyrinth enchantments which grant reduced mana reservation for Vitality now grant 20% and 30% reduced reservation from 40 to 20. Okay. Yeah. It's like both are prefixes, right? They're all prefixes, right? Or suffixes. I don't remember. It's either all prefixes or suffixes, right? So it's not like you can even metacraft them. So many nerf because of Harvest, right? Yeah, basically the only way to get it was with a slam. Because you can't metacraft the other side. Okay. Lancing Steel's primary projectile appears 3 to 5 additional projectile has been replaced with additional projectile. Okay. Lancing Steel Impale is now not consume steel charge. Okay. Additional projectile is not consume steel charge. Man, that's gonna just be super inconsistent. Like you get into the habit of using Shattering Steel 6 times to get rid of all of your steel shards, and then you recast to get them back. And now you have this random 30% chance to not consume, and it's just gonna fuck around, or 20%, and it's gonna fuck your rotation. Feels bad, man. If you wanted to maximize it, that is. Conversion is now grants physical as extra gold. They actually buffed Glacial Cascade enchant. Huh. I did not see that coming. Existing are unaffected. Wow. Hey! Oh wait, no, that's not a skill, that's not a gem. Never mind. I was thinking if this was considered a gem, like a gem conversion, you could now have this weird split of lightning and cold damage with Fist to Lightning. But since this is an item conversion, so it doesn't matter. It's just ignored. Feels bad, man. Increased discharge radius. Labyrinth enchantment has been replaced with new enchantment granting discharge up to 5 radius. Sounds pretty big. That sounds like a lot of AoE. Like, what the fuck? That is so much AoE. There's no mention of the other one, the chance to not consume charges. I assume that's gonna stay. You're probably gonna keep that. Alright. Huh. Cat stealth from aspect of cat now causes you to have 15 increased stealth and no longer visibility. Okay. Okay. Cluster balance. Eye of Storm now increases the effect of non-damaging elements you inflict with criticals are previously specified chill and shock. Okay, yep. That's like sap and brittle and shit like that, yeah. Okay, okay. Precise command now causes unit but have 25 from 30 and 10 from... Okay, that's fine. This is still good. That's still good. That's still good. Vengeful Commander now grants 20% increased effect anger from 30. Dude, why? Dude, how many builds are there that actually benefit from all of them for this to be worth it anymore? Aura bots. I mean, I guess damage scaling aura bots. But it's not like you can't just run the generic aura effect to increase the effect of every other aura instead. I guess Supreme Ego, when you're only using one aura, it makes sense. If you're still using Supreme Ego, that's still probably good enough, I think. That's quite a hefty nerf though, for sure. I haven't actually looked too much into it, so I guess it just gives you too much damage with all of the stuff. Yeah, it makes sense. Vicious Bite now grants your minions 15 from 20 and 30 from 50. Oh, I mean, they're still pretty fucking good, but okay. Okay. Unique items. Items which previously inflicted a random curse will now inflict a random hex. Well, fuck. That's a nerf. That's a nerf. That's a nerfed Soul Mantle build. That's 4 curses you can't have anymore. No, we lost like 80% damage. They should have... Okay. They could still fix it by increasing the value on the jewel. It could still come. It could still come, dude. It could still come. Thunderfist, Agner East, and Stormcharger each now grant increased lightning ailment duration rather than shock duration. Makes sense. Same shit here, makes sense. Same shit here, makes sense. So they just buff all the life regen stuff. Makes sense. Oh, this makes block creep better. Nice. It's already decent amulet. Yo! Yo, dude! Dude! Yo, dude. I know Rich J is fucking poking somewhere. Like, oh yeah, dude, let's go. I don't even remember if this is any good. But somebody is gonna do it. Somebody's gonna do it. If I remember correct, this is like actually decent, right? Because it was on kill and now there's like, fuck it, let's just keep it on hit. I'm pretty sure this was pretty good, right? I mean... Cameria. I miss fucking click at that. There we go. Icicle Burst. This attack fires icy projectiles in a circle around enemies you hit, dealing attack damage with all physical damage converted to cold. Fires 8 additional projectiles. Trigger this skill when you hit a frozen enemy. I assume. 100% physical damage converted to cold. Fires projectiles in a circle. You cannot cast the spell directly. It cannot freeze. The damage effective is 100%. The issue is that it's very hard to scale because of the 3-link, yeah. Yeah. But hey, at least we can see somebody do something with it right now, I think. So there's at least that, okay? You basically think about it just having as an some extra damage on top of the normal 6-link you have, right? That's how you think about it. And now without Harvest, this might not be entirely shit anymore. I mean, it's kind of nice, but you know. Okay. Glutony no longer has level 30 poacher's mark on hit. No longer grants cooling strike in it. Okay. Sure. I see. Mark of submission now curse enemies with socketed hex gem on hit. Makes sense. Yeah, socketed hexes. Makes sense. No longer applies projectile weakness to players. No applies despair instead. That's gonna hurt a lot of builds. A lot of softcore builds are getting fucking their asses wiped with that, dude. Because they have no chaos res, and despair adds flat chaos damage to attacks, and it reduces your resistances even further. But for a lot of cases, this is easier. Tempest Liberation. The skill used by Creator Harbinger of Storm will no longer try to change it to target it has already affected. Oh no! They're nerfing it, dude. Makes sense, it's pretty good. Watchers Eye can now grant 10 to 15 increased recovery rate while affected by discipline from 20 to 30. Can now grant 6 to 10 max mana from 12 to 18. I mean, that's still good. That's still good. This is still very, very, very good. Mana recovery cut in half. That hurts. Now these values make sense for what they cost you. You just have to hope that a lot of people think that this is completely useless now. For one gem slot, this is still very powerful. But one gem slot that takes like no mana reservation at all. This is very, very powerful still. Yeah. That's a hefty nerf. That's a very hefty nerf. The life recovery rate. That's actually very big nerf. But it makes sense because it gives you a lot of flat region now. And then, yeah, that makes certain sense that this is nerfed as well. Actually, not really. That's a 50% aura. Yeah, Clarity Watcher's mana, yes, it's gonna be very expensive, at least in hardcore. Can now grant 30 to... Yeah, this was so dude, this was so insane. 50 crit multi from precision that takes like no mana at all. This was way too powerful. It's still way too powerful, but at least it's not any more that powerful, And then this is changed to percentage over flat. Okay. The Ice Storm has undergone a significant rebalance with larger impact falling in smaller area, meaning you are significantly more likely to hit targets within the area multiple times over the storm's duration than before. They increased the damage a lot. Makes sense because you can't have multiple of them, like unlimited amount of them anymore. Duration is shorter. Okay, it gains a bit less duration. Wait, it hits less often? Has higher damage effectiveness? They actually nerfed this. This feels like they nerfed it. I mean, at least the single target potency of this seems like it's nerfed. Because you can't have more than 5. Yeah, the impact radius is higher now. And they land on a smaller area, AoE, as well. I mean, I guess it's gonna do more damage. But that on average, I guess, for a lot of builds, it's probably gonna do more damage, but previously, you could just stack the amount like crazy. 75 less damage baseline. Wait, what do you mean? When you say damage, you mean DPS. You're counting for this, right? But you're assuming that every single icicle that ever dropped always hit the target. That was like never the case, though. Oh well, it could be the case with proper conk, I guess. This doesn't look so good. But there's so much math you need to do here to really get the idea of what it is. So it's really hard to just like look at it glance and say, but it doesn't look convincing to me right now. Raceback version of Redemption Knights now have offering 33% less and damage than before. They're still gonna have like 10 times more than slave drivers in life. They're gonna do less damage now though. Man, you actually really need to go crit now with this, I feel like. I mean, no you don't, but... That's a lot of less life. They're still gonna have much more life than slave drivers, which is funny, but yeah. I feel like you just use slave drivers now until you have good enough gear to use like redemption sentries. Or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Bosses throughout Battle Exile and monsters deep in Azurite Mine no longer reduce the effect of marks. Yep. Hexproof monsters can now be cursed, but will ignore the effect of any hex applied to them. Previous curse could not be applied. Hexproof in no way mitigates the effects of mark. Ah, I see. Now that the things at the top make sense. This is very good, so you can always have your mark. That's very cool. I was gonna play Scareslinger into Self-Cast ED. You can still do that, by the way. Dang. The math works out. A better DPS first 2 seconds, but after that drop to C DPS. You will get to run 2 4 links. 4 link Soulrend and 4 link ED, and then 2 link Contagion just like previously. Once you hit, I think it's either level 16 or 17 gem when you can do that. And then you need 4 extra skill points, depending on your, depends a bit your skill tree, but by having this. Oh yeah, I probably, do I need to make a video talking about the slinger changes? Fuck. I guess. I probably should, because there's a lot of people who want to play, who are wondering if you can do it. Don't do let people see it for themselves. You know, I should make a video. Is Spell Slinger, is Chaos Slinger dead? And then in the video, I just tell them to watch my stream on day 1 of the league. Easy game. Just do the math, just do the testing and math yourself, or just come to my stream to check it out. Monsters which previously used curses, how they had their behaviors updated in line with the new curse behavior. Monster packs in the caverns and Enderwear will now spawn with appropriate necromancy, no more ash prophets with lightning skeletons. I never noticed that. Monsters now use their own version of the new Endering Cry. The Dreadwheel monsters, as found in the climb, no longer have quick and fast attacks as implicit modifiers and have had the effects of those modifiers moved into their base properties. As a result, external modifiers to the movement and attack speed will have greater effect. Cheat! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're gonna get wheeled. We're gonna get wheeled, dude. Oh no. Cannibals no longer have an extended wind up before they throw their stones. Oh shit. Oh shit. That's... Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Can still switch at 28. I mean, you can actually start slinging at level 24. I always started that. You can link Despair or Bane as another gem. Oh, but if you have a 4 link, then you just do 4 link ED and then Contagion. It's fine. Uh-oh. This is... We're gonna die, dude. We're actually gonna die to coast now. But it's not torches, it's just the stones. But this, on the gauntlet race, etc., is gonna be... Yep. Yeah, this is monk. We're gonna die just before we enter lower prison, dude. Just right after, just before entering lower prison, just gonna get... If they spawn as a blue pack. Outlaws and Map Changes. Map tiers and location have been shuffled, though the pinned location of mobs have not changed. Okay. It's nowhere as big of a change then. Most maps are now initially found at a different tier. Unique guys have not moved or changed tiers. This also means that the base, so Promenade is still a tier 16 map. I believe. Maybe. We'll see. Because they say uniques haven't, but yeah. Improved signaling for advancing the Atlas questline step in which Sun opens a portal after mob is slain. That's actually kind of nice, because I've missed that a few times. Penindiarinzar, boss of the dungeon map, will no longer spawn infinite skeleton if it's allowed to live indefinitely. Interesting. Ancient Architect, boss of the pier map, no longer summon Spike Crown on top of other Spike Crown. Thank you! Thank you! Best note in the entire patch note is right there. It's Rice. Oh, Rice is not the only one who tried to that. This has died to that. I have almost died to that multiple times as well, including the last practice run. Zana League mods. Good shit. Let's just say good shit. Delirium for 16 Chaos. Chaos Recipe Carva Rosku incoming. Chaos Recipe Carve. Yep. So anyone wondering, on average, if you use Fortune Favors the Brave, for 3 Chaos, you get a 5.7 Chaos. Like, on average, because these are all weighted equally. On average, it's 5.7 Chaos, except you actually use 3, because of these are so expensive, right? And there's Beyond in the map device. There's Beyond and Delirium in the map device. So, okay, guys, here's the meta. Tropical Island with Delirium. Easy. Splinters. Just saying. Motherfucking Z Splinters. This is big. Blight balance changes. Blight towers have been rebalanced to try provide a better diversity of strategies for handling blighted maps. Arc towers now cast faster. Shotgun towers cast faster. Chilling towers now have more chill effect and a cooldown. It's lowered. Segment towers now have more skill effect duration and have a less cooldown. Medium towers now wait 3 seconds before ranging with 3 minutes. Yo, that's a buff. Freeze ball tower. This is already good. Freeze ball towers now cast twice as fast and have half the previous cooldown. Nice. Additional projectile. Stone Gaze Tower now reduce action speed by 20 from 50 and have less. Yo, nice. Scout from Scout Towers now have more attack speed and deal 4. Wait. Is Scout Tower the flying things? Oh my god. They're already good. They already like absolutely destroy anything that that isn't immune to them. Holy shit, that's actually so good. These are fucking insane now. Flying Cyber Skull. Okay, incursion changes. The Hall of Mana, Hall of Heroes, and Halflings are now available in Incursion Temples host temporal explosion begin in level. They actually nerfed it. I can't believe it, dude. They actually nerfed the farming of Legion emblems. You can't do this in Gwari or you know. You could do Quarry to just spawn incursions to get this, but now you can't. They actually nerfed it to the ground. Holy shit. Wait, well, no. Well, you can still do it as long as you first get this. So if you get any of these into your temple, you can still get this from Quarry afterwards. Like, you can still upgrade it. But you can't, like, spawn them like crazy speed. This is actually a buff if you're looking for a Corruption Chamber or a gem, like a tier 3 gem room, though. So now you can much easier farm Corruption Chambers in Quarry. So next patch, actually hotfix incoming. 1 week into the league. Corruption Chamber now can only spawn at Maplet. This is big though. That's a massive buff for farming Corruption Chambers and gems. Delve changes. The Buried Monolith Encounter Legion is now restricted to areas of 68 and above. I mean, that doesn't make any sense, but sure. User interface improvements. The auto reply command now persists across area transitions. Okay, I have no idea what that actually does. But oh wait, no, never mind. I do by reading what it says. When you use an in-area transition, such as the entrance to a boss room, a very short cooldown is now applied to the transition at the destination to prevent accidentally bouncing back with overzealous clicking. Sorry, what? When you use an in-area transition, such as the entrance to a boss room, very short... Oh! 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 Whoa! 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 You know, in act, you know, I think I know what this means. Don't crash on me, game. Don't you dare. The Act 10 stupid shit that I click back in every single time. Huh? Is that it? Wait, what is happening to my loading screens? Crazy, dude. What's happening? Yeah, I don't know. Technically improvement. I didn't have this kind of loading screen I was playing earlier before I started reading patch notes. This is some spooky. Okay, so this shit. Just when we get there. Time to upgrade the SSD. My SSD is actually good though. Calm down, game. Let's just ignore this. So here, every single time. What the fuck is going on, dude? Okay, every single time when I do this, it's always instantly back there. And for some reason, now that I'm trying to show it, it doesn't happen. Why does it happen now that I'm trying to make it happen? They didn't fix it yet, no? Did they actually? No, they didn't fix it yet. But yeah, this is... I remember always clicking back on it. Whatever. It still happens like all the time. Yeah, the Castle Ruins map as well, that's true. There are a few. So maybe that was already changed, I don't know. Okay. Let's continue. Quest rewards. Billing still... we don't really... This is just about where we get them. I don't think they're actually changing anything here. What is the frost shield level? Oh, I mean, they said it at the beginning, I don't remember. PvP changes. To ensure haste and new skills receive the necessary QA time, we will be providing PvP balance changes in a follow-up patch shortly after the launch. Bug fixes. Fix a bug where Faircase never dying took his epithet way too literally and would become unable to be killed. Fix the bug where Blade... Oh, wait. I wonder if this is the bug that I've had, where it's like, literally you can't do any damage to him. He's just standing on his ship in Act 1. Fix the bug where Bladefall could sometimes hit enemies on the other side of walls. It could? Interesting. Fix the bug where fire effect while ash color was a game from hand rather than the wand. Fix the bug where nice Grotto map loop could be severed by a wall side area. Yo! I hope to see fix the bug where the nice 1 in 1,000 wasteland loop layout wasn't always spawning. That one rare layout where you can actually make a loop in wasteland. That would be so nice to always be. Fix the bug where modifiers that apply to temporal change curves without using temporal change skills to do so did not apply the less effects. Can somebody give me an example? I can't think of anything. Wait. Is this like for PvP maybe? I guess astronauts and shit like that. But this is only for players, so I think this is PvP. Or temp change maybe, yeah. Maybe Soul Mantle, yeah. So maybe this is a buff to Soul Mantle builds that don't already get 100% reduced curse effect. Fix the bug where 2 hideout decorations were assigned to be sold by Helena, who doesn't sell hideout decorations. Flagstone, Crown of... Okay, cool. Fix a crash... and instance. Rip. Fix the bug where Onslaught granted by Omega didn't correctly interact with the boost enchantment which grants accuracy when you have Onslaught. I guess cool. Fixed a few Walleye cities which had monsters too close to entrance. Fix a bug where some crossroads locations only partly faded out as obscured the camera. Fix the bug where Poet's Pen would trickle skills from a shield charge. Interesting. Fix the bug where you couldn't accept or decline a friend request from an account with the same name as the character you were on. Fixed a few bugs where when given certain items your enemy guardian might get a bit fleshy. Okay. Fix a bug where Leandra, the boss of the tower map, would lose her textures when affected by Droxy influence. Fix a bug where modifiers to Impel would apply to existing base. Oh, okay. You could take like Impale nodes. Well, I mean, I don't say this is like a big thing, but I guess that's good. Fix a bug where some projectile creating melee attacks and static side were not affected by some exerted attack effects. Ooh, buffs. Fix a bug where the dropping rock visuals featuring wall observer were not removed when the wall observer was lying. Died to rocks falling after a wall died. Pepe. Fix a bug where ghostly visions in the Cavern of Anger did not correctly fade out. Fix a bug where Harvestera version of Edgeman didn't have the increased chaos level modifier. They still won't have it, but new ones should. Fix a bug where the Temple of Actual map rooms could keep sextants of tiers higher than Temple's area level. Should allow. That's a nerf. Sure, that is a nerf. Fix a bug where you could share spectre types with other players in solo cell phone leagues via PvP arenas. Goodbye, sweet prince. The Darky nerf, yep. Fix the bug where Frostblade's melee weapon range would not correctly upgrade if you were dual-wielding one-handed swords. Fix the bug where increased AoE support and Awakened version didn't affect Plaguebear's AoE. Oh, well that's pretty good. Fix the bug where old items with chance to bleed set to 0 would suddenly say attacks cost bleeding when advanced monsters were displayed. Fix the bug where Emperor's villagers do predator in some of divine flesh, allowing some damage to be taken by your energy when it should have bypassed it. Huh. That's a nerf. I mean, fix a bug which could allow the arcade map to generate with an inaccessible but tantalizingly monster-filled area. I've never seen that. Fix a bug where the mineral pools map could place storm boxes in an inaccessible location. Unique storm box. You mean the guy who had a diviners? Fix the bug where the mineral pools boss room could be unreachable without certain travel skills on some layouts. Not remembering that either. Fix bug where enemy could be active alongside another aura while he had mortal conviction. Fix the bug where Brutus could use his hook skill when you were within arm's reach. Okay, fix the bug where the bright aura didn't respect line of sight rules. Fix the bug where killing a shield crab while was holding an essence with an infernal cry would prevent it from dropping the essence. That's a oddly specific bug, but yeah. Fix the bug where Arcane's brand would incorrectly check the player's line of sight to use Firestorm and then target the player's location if he didn't have line of sight. But fix the bug where some corpse using skills prioritize trying to use unusable corpses over usable corpses. Fix the bug where some characters such as Kravis are using portional audio such as hate as to be unhearable. Fix a bug where you could get stuck in a studio and inspire abyssal depths encounters. Fix the bug where why the portal light didn't correctly block projectiles. Fix a bunch of rare crashes. We did it in less than 2 hours. But like I said at the beginning, this did look like pretty short notes. So I have one question. What does the Doom do? Doom, what does the Doom do? Doom, what do you do? Doom, what do Doom, what do you do? God damn it. Give me the Doom. What does the Doom mechanic do? Fuck. Give me Doom. The Doom. Yes, gimme. Give me the thing. Give me the thing. Well, the patch note didn't have anything to the balance manifesto. Sorry, balance nerf festo was the big one this time around. There were a few buffs. There were a few buffs in there. And I think all the gem stuff comes to tomorrow. It's gonna be an exciting day because of all the new gems and the quality. Where is yo, actually, do we have the maps? No, we don't. Fuck. I was hoping that we'd get the we get the Atlas stuff tomorrow, right? The maps tomorrow. I think. Okay, we survived the patch notes. And I think I have to make a quick video talking about probably have to make a video talking about this. So in case you guys are wondering, the few of you might have somehow still watching this on YouTube, you can still play Slinger. You kind of rush the charisma, and with that you can have Spellslinger Contagion, and then you can have Spellslinger Void Manip Soul Rend, and then Spellslinger Void Manip ED, and then once you get your Spellslinger, at this point it would be 29% reservation. You can separate them, like you could have a 3-link plus a 3-link, and then you could drop the Void Manip from the Soul Rend and put LMP there. And then once your Spellslinger hits level, it's either 16 or 17, you can have a double 4-link and a 2-link Contagion. So 2-link Spellslinger Contagion, and then Spellslinger, Soul Rend, LMP, Void Manipulation, and then you have ED, Spellslinger, Void Manipulation, and 5th Affliction. And then in Axe 8, which is probably before when you get the the thing that I just was talking about, you can take the reduced reservation jewel, and especially if we have only, like, let's say that you pass through here. So this is like a 1-point jewel. You can slap it there, and then you can switch the Swift Affliction from your ED to Efficacy, which is just better. And then you can run those double 4-link, and then the the Contagion in 2-link, all the way to like red maps. So the Spellslinger still works. You just can't use LMP or G. Like, you can't use GMP at all anymore, pretty much, unless you start self-casting Contagion, which I wouldn't recommend. But you can use LMP, and LMP is totally fine. That was the TLDR of the Slinger, so it still works. Yeah, that was the patch notes, and a very quick TLDR on the new slingering. These weren't very exciting patch notes, but that was basically because we kind of already knew everything ish because of the nerf festo already. Yeah. What do you guys think? Did something that deserved a nerf not get nerfed? Like Trickster? And I would just like to finish it off with one big question. What does the Doom do?